Welcome. So in this video, we're going over the introduction to area and perimeter. You can actually practice this unit as well on Khan Academy. It is the first unit, and it's going to go over area and perimeter, and of course, different types of questions, which we'll do some of them together. So what is perimeter? Perimeter is the distance around a shape. If there was a square park by my house and I wanted to walk around it, that's perimeter. How many feet or inches or miles would that be? An area is the space within the park. How big is it? How many square feet? Inches squared, centimeters squared, miles squared. So for area, you're always going to do squared. So for example, inches squared. And for perimeter, you're just going to do inches. So make sure you always include your units in geometry. And so we'll do area and perimeter of different shapes, specifically rectangles and squares. So rectangles, what do we know about rectangles? They are a type of quadrilateral. They have 4 sides and opposite sides are equal, and they also have 90-degree angles all the way around. If some of these terms you're not familiar with, don't worry. You will learn them later on in the geometry course. So for perimeter, let's say this was 8, then that means this is 8. And let's say this is 4, then this is 4. And so perimeter would be adding all the sides. 8 plus 8, which is 16, and 4 plus 4, which is 8. And then you would get your perimeter, which would be 24 feet. To get the area, you're going to do length. Length is how long something is. Width is how wide it is. So you're doing length times width, which would be 8 times 4, which would be 32. So that is different from squares, because with squares have all equal sides. So they're different from rectangles. So if this is 10, then this is 10, and everything is 10. So 10 times 4 is 40, right? Let's say 40 inches. Let's say this is inches. 40 inches would be the perimeter. And then 10 times 10 is 100 inches squared. So you would multiply the side times side for squares to get the area. Okay, so let's look at some of the questions here on Khan Academy. So Jessica drew a rectangle with the area of 16 square units. Move the corners of the figure to make a different rectangle with the same area. So we could do 2 times 8. So when I think of 16, I think 2 times 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These have the same area. They're different. Natalie runs around the outside of a park. Each side of the park measures 20 meters. So if the outside of the park would be perimeter, right? If we had a park that looked like this, and each side was 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. Then we would do 20 times 4. That would get us the perimeter. 20 times 4 is 80. If we were looking for area, that would be 20 times 20. Perimeter is when you add all the sides, especially with 4-sided figures, you're going to be adding all the sides. The picture has an area of 56 square meters. The height of the picture is 7 centimeters. What's the width? So 7 times what gets you 56? 7 times 8. Which expression can we use to find the area? Well, let's see. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5 times 9. Or that's the same thing as 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9. Or this one works too. Those will both get you 45. That's the area of the rectangle. You can count every single square if you're unsure. That might take some time, but it's just easier to multiply. A rectangle has a width of 10 centimeters. The rectangle length is 4 times the width. That means it's 40. What's the perimeter? Remember, perimeter is adding all the sides. It's going to get 80 plus 20, which is 100. So 100. Okay, so this is a bit of a weird shape, right? You can't do length times width or side times side, but you can add these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's the area of the shape. You just count the squares, especially when you see it on the coordinate plane. Super easy. Let me zoom out a little bit. Kind of zoomed in. Okay, each square in the grid is a unit square with an area of 1 unit. Rectangle A covers, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's easy. Oh, but we want to see, this is 6. So B is actually more. Rectangle A covers fewer unit squares on the grid than rectangle B, so the area of rectangle A is less than rectangle B. That's easy. Tori runs around her school. Each side is 27 meters long. It's shaped as a diamond, so 27 times 4. Well, let's do the math by hand. I don't have my calculator, so it's okay. Good practice. 27 times 4 gets me 28. 4 times 2 is 8. 8, 9, 10. 108. That is 108 meters. That is how long it would be. Okay, so let's see. Would these have the same area? Yes, 4 plus 4 plus 3 plus 3. Same area, same perimeter for these two shapes, even though they look different. This is 2 times 3, which is 6. So we're looking for the area. And this would be 7 times 3, which is 21. 9 times 3, which is 27, gets you the entire thing. So 7 times 3 plus 2 times 3 helps, or 2 3s plus 7 3s. Yeah, that works too. So these will both get you 27, which is the area of this entire thing. Okay, so here you want to split it, right? 7 times 3 is 21. So we want to find the area of the rectangles, length times width. So we have 7 times 4, which is 28, 7 times 3, which is 21, and then we get 49 square meters for our area. Which shapes have an area of 3 square units? Okay, so whenever you see something like this here, not good, no bueno. That's not getting you area. The other two are. So they shouldn't overlap like that. That's a bit weird. That's not area at all. Okay, last question. What's the length of the missing side? So I have the perimeter of a rectangle is 20 and one side is 6. So if one side's 6, then this side is 6. And so then what times what gets you 20? So if I have, the missing piece plus the missing piece plus 6 equals 20. That gets me 2 missing pieces plus 12 equals 20. That means these other ones have to be 8. So 4 plus 4 plus 12 equals 20, right? They have to be equal to each other. So each side would be 4. And that's the unit, 100%. It should be a very easy unit. Let me know if you have any questions, and good luck.